In qualifying round number 4, he wants to be able to keep it in the water. In fact, took it really easy around the stinger right-hander just there, just to make sure the boat stayed in the water. So Jake, well, smart thinking.
Yeah, he's just taking it a bit easy around there now, isn't he?
Well, like, you know, it's a race of attrition. The boat obviously not handling. He's just got a big gut full of mud straight into the intake of the grill, so that slowed him down heaps as well, and the boat just knifing and really not handling well at all.
No, it's not looking cosy, is it?
Yeah, it's knifing at the front and sliding at the back, so, well, it might be a bit of fin adjustment, but certainly Jake not feeling overly confident as the boat just porpoises around that left-hander. So Jason Reed now into the finish chute, and that is a 71.510, so I dare say that will be the end of the day for Jason Reed. Hey, we'll see if we can get Blake Bryant up here into the commentary tower out of the Harvest Transport Machine and Bars Bugs, the silver superboat. We'll just do a quick interview here, mate. Righto, what happened?
We had a bad feeling chugging up to the start line. The engine didn't sound quite right. And thought, well, we've come this far, we'll see what happens. And the engine went lazier and lazier on me throughout the run until finally we aborted. And once we got back to the pits, we had determined that the engine's broken a roller follower. We found remnants of needle roller bearings in the oil, so that's our day done and dusted.
Terminal.
Bugger.
All right, thanks, mate, for coming up and having a quick chat to us. Steve Knowles out on track at the moment. So Knowlesy got this boat together very late in the week and is now featuring in the top 8 of the Group B category. So really good effort from those guys to get into. Oh, Knowlesy, just the boat not handling all that well in that area there. And we've got our navigator here of Nicole Mason. So Knowlesy wants to be able to get into the 5. He needs to get his time somewhere around about the 64-second mark if he wants to progress any further. Currently his best time's been a high 68, so really needs to smooth this ride out and get the absolute most out of it. The crosswash up there didn't unsettle that boat too badly.
Look good coming around there, Cavey.
So Steve Knowles, one of your local heroes. Great to see him back and competing here at Wanaka. Now through the finish line and a 66.736, and Knowlesy has actually gone about 0.1 quicker than he has previously, so that's a good result, but he needs to be down in the 64s or lower.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what happens with the other boats, won't we?
Yeah, that's it. We've had a bit of attrition here today. So, well, to finish first you must finish. So, just waiting to see who the next boat off should be. The Crowded House vessel. Yes, it is. Kelly Manel, Nikki Ferguson. Kelly Manel really wants to get into this top 5. Because that will just about oh, she knifed it massively. Cannot nail the hairpins.
She's been trying, but it's just not working.
It really is not working for her. And Kelly, one of these diligent people that just, you know, she'll be so frustrated with that. But she's also calm of mind enough to be able to just continue on with what she's doing. But now, as we come into this section through the chicanes, this very, very testing left-right combination works in there nicely. How's she going to go into the hairpin? Set herself up and ran wide up. Much better.
Nice.
Absolutely nailed it. And much better that time out as well. So certainly getting better at it. But, you know, each and every time's a brand new program, isn't it?
Yeah, that's dead right. And the more days you spend in that driver's seat, the better, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. There's nothing like time behind the wheel for experience. But Kelly Manel there with a 64.597. So she has gone half a second quicker than her previous best time and puts herself into a nice position to be hopefully progressing into the top 5.
Which will be good to see.
So And g'day to Kyle Patrick and the Brick, a couple of American friends who were over here and racing at Wanganui recently. They're also watching on the live stream. And our friends down at the Vernadsky base station down there in Antarctica, formerly the Faraday base station. The Ukrainians bought it off the Poms for £1, and they're down there, and they click in to our live stream regularly.
Isn't that just amazing?
So right around the world, jet spreading is just gaining more and more in popularity. In fact, we've got some people in Kazakhstan or Turkestan or one of the stands, you know. They actually click in quite regularly as well, but I can never remember the country because you've got about 18 different stands there. So that should really be its own continent, you know. You sort of got like Europe, Asia, the stands, you know, Africa, South America, etc. All right, Schizo racing now. Patrick and Jay Hayden. So Paddy was pretty slow in all regards coming into this top 8. And we'll really want to be getting a hurry up. Certainly a very well-experienced campaigner, but just not having the boat set up all that well here today at this point.
He's looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, looking a lot quicker at the moment than we have seen previously. You see Jay with her hand right out in front, making sure her husband knows exactly where he's going. Oh, Paddy, the really big back off, so really obviously not overly confident with the setup of the boat at this point, but still, if he keeps progressing, they will make small changes, not large wholesale changes that they would have been doing in the earlier qualifying runs.
That manoeuvre he done coming round that one in front of us here, is that a Scandinavian flick in boat terms or not?
Yeah, well... 61.706 there for Patrick Hayden. Puts himself up the top of the list at the moment, some 3 seconds quicker than the time that Kelly Manel posted in Crowded House, although Kelly Manel did get it bogged around the mouthfresh thing that hard that they nearly needed the tractor to get her out of the hole. She dug herself up there. So, right, so interestingly, it will be Conrad White coming out next, the rookie.
Really showing him skills today, isn't he?
He really is. And look, you know, as far as a young man in his rookie drive here today, coming out of a motocross background, he's certainly got no fear, just like his old man, Robert White. So really good to see these boys getting in and amongst it. And, well, in qualifying 3, they posted the fastest time. And I had a chat to them during the lunch break, and they're very happy with the way their day's going, and as they well should be.
Yeah, they should be very happy with the way it's going.
Oh, very wide around there, but went to good effect. Hit a little bit of the crosswash there. You heard the engine note change a little bit. Nothing too dramatic about that. Geez, they've really smoothed this driving up.
Yeah, they have. They've come a long way since the first run this morning.
They have come a long, long way for rookies.
And I don't think they've got a rotation wrong yet either, have they?
No, they haven't, not at all. And, you know, let's not put the commentator's curse on them. But, you know, for rookies to be featuring in the top 8 and looking at a time that could get them into the top 5 is absolutely phenomenal. And a 61.728, they're into P2 at the moment with 3 more boats, so they will actually be able to progress into the top 5.
That's great to see.
That is unbelievable.
What other sport would you see that in?
We once saw it in Australia. A bloke by the name of Mitch Roylance went out his rookie drive and won the race meeting.
Wow.
Very rare do you ever see it, but these young blokes are going brilliantly. As we now cast our eyes to Daniel Reid, Andrew Bakey, so the Buttercup and the Cookie. So, yep, Buttercup straight up to the top there. He's in with a chance to get onto the podium for the overall championship, and just wants to be able to keep progressing, keep pushing, finds himself in equal 4th over the championship at the moment in the Group B category, and driving has just improved so much throughout the course of the year. Last year he was driving the yellow boat with his brother, the boat not handling well, stepped out on his own into the Aquaholic, and has been going pretty well, just getting better and better each and every time.
Yeah, well, he looks to be putting in a great run this time.
Oh, no, he lost a lot of time in there, just a little bit hard on the wheel.
I think I'll just be quiet.
Well, it's easy, mate. As soon as you start talking them up, you know they're going to go backwards. So Daniel Reid and the cookie, the bakey. So we just make up people's names and nicknames, and hopefully they stick because they all hate it. But Buttercup across the line there with a 62.049. Daniel Reid finds himself into P3. So, well, this is going to be tight to see who's going to make the cut here at the moment to get into the top 5. Steve Knowles in the unstickered blue boat is the one sitting on the bubble. He's in 5th place. We will see no further part of the day for Jason Reid. Steve Knowles in the blue boat sitting on the bubble. So with Tim Edhouse about to come out, the time he needs to beat to progress into the top 5 is a 66.73. So you'd think that Tim should be able to do that, all going well, but you know, he hasn't had a lot of luck with the way the boat's been handling over the last couple of race meetings.
Yeah, well, I'm certainly going to say nothing before his run.
Why not? Come on, put the curse on him.
I can't do that. Might be accused of cheating.
Yeah, they had... I'll keep getting messages through. All right, we've also... I've got another community announcement, but it's got nothing to do with coffee, but... Stephen and Randy Church, who are over here from America to have a look at this beautiful country, as well as check out the jet sprinting there from our jet sprinting fraternity and family over there in the US. But baby Church is going to be due on the 9th of September this year. So congratulations to the pair of them. And, well, they're taking the baby on the first run as we see Tim and Tim Edhouse and Blair Edhouse in the Liquid Addiction. Remember, the time they need to be able to progress is a 106.73. And, well, you would suggest that this boat looking so much... oh, no, Tim Edhouse just knifed it. He's done that a few times throughout the course of the day. And, geez, I was talking him up, saying he looks a lot more comfortable, but...
We might just have to talk about the weather for a bit while the boats are going round.
Yeah, that's it. We've just got to talk about, yeah, exactly, the weather. You know, wonderful weather here in Wanaka, and, oh, yeah, lost it. You really heard the rev limiter just hitting there as Tim just trying to get that jet unit hooked up, knifed it into the corner. That's what caused the problem. Taking some good lines. He's number 3 in NZ at the moment. Where's he going to end up at the end of this particular race day? So that is a good time. Tim Edhouse, 61.138, straight to the top of the table.
Yeah, well, that's more than enough to get through, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. So we've got Clayton and Mandy Tisdall, the locals here, still to come in this Group B category, and that will be the end of Stephen Knowles. We'll not see any further part in him for the day. So we'll just play one for you, Knowlesy. I know it sounds cruel, but it's really funny. So Clayton and Mandy Tisdall. Now, the locals, Get Inside It 2 is the team. They were going to give the sport away a couple of years ago after getting a couple of raw deals from an engine builder who did completely the wrong thing.
Wrong thing is an understatement.
Yes, we won't go too far into
No.
that. They were going to throw it all away. They were going to give it up. They were convinced by this tight-knit fraternity to continue on, and now they find themselves in with a championship possibility in their first season back. This will be a cracking run if Clayton and Mandy can work together and keep their mind on the job. We call them the fish bowl. How big is their fish bowl going to be on this run? Let's hope it's an expansive fish bowl, that they don't forget where they are. the Jet Speed hull, just looking sensational out there at the moment. Clayton driving beautifully as well. I think that at the moment they are going to be on song for a very quick time. They qualified fastest coming into this Group B top 8. Their best time was a 59.24. Their split is pretty good. So Clayton and Mandy Tisdall, great shoot straight up the middle, now to the top end of the track. They are going to be somewhere around about where they need to be. They will progress, just got to keep it together. Clayton and Mandy Tisdall, 59.106. That is the quick time for the Group B. They progress. And here is how it looks for the top 5 for the Group B category from slowest to fastest. Daniel Reid, Conrad White, Patrick Hayden, Tim Edhouse, Clayton Tisdall, that man out on the water. So it is goodbye, Kelly Manell, Steve Knowles and Jason Reid. We are about to reset and go into the top 8 for the Group